One I want to come back to that was brought up earlier, and it has to do with sanctuary cities. And it goes back to a question that I want to know, has DOJ taken any action to withhold law enforcement grants or other funding to sanctuary jurisdictions? If not, why not?
Well, the grant process under which DOJ operates is a formula-based grant-making process, and different organizations and entities within cities apply. Certainly with respect to our grant-making process in general, we're always cognizant of concerns that come up within certain jurisdictions. We have found that through our grant-making process, we can effectuate great change in a host of very significant and focused
But Madam Attorney
areas.
General, if I don't mind interrupting here, but shouldn't following the law be a prerequisite for a grant?
Certainly we work to enforce not only the laws that you are referring to, but all the laws with the cities with whom we work.
But getting a grant, if you're not following the law, have no intention of following the law, why should, I mean, at that point in time, the application should be just set aside, follow the law, we'll talk to you about your grant. Why can't we get to that?
Well, thank you for the question, Congressman. Certainly it's been raised in a number of contexts. We do find that our grants are very focused on specific areas. For example, providing more police officers on the ground.
Again, you got great talking points. I appreciate that. That's not my question. How can you get, if you're using money to circumvent the law, as you just basically implied, that's even worse. You don't incentivize this kind of behavior. Why would it just not be a permanent stop to the grant-making process until a city or a municipality or a government entity complied with the law?
Well, Congressman, with respect to our grant-making process, we do make very discrete, focused grants to specific portions of city government.
So in essence, you will subsidize lawless behavior. That's what the Attorney General of the United States of America has just testified to. And you can sit and, I mean, that's what you just testified to. You'll give money to a locality that is not following the law because you want to use your grant in discrete private ways. Is that what you just said? We
use our grants to incentivize better behavior in a host of ways, and our grant-making policy is focused on a very rigorous application
process. So you're telling the people of the 9th District of Georgia that taxpayer dollars that come to them is being used and will not even be considered if a locality is not complying with the law, you will still give their tax dollars to a locality that's not complying with the law. Is that your testimony? We look at a host of factors. So the answer is yes. Not your host of factors. It is yes. I mean, this is the part that, and the ranking member made a great point earlier when he first started. And I'm going to finish up with this. I've had these hearings, and you'll be back before us at another time, and I look forward to those hearings. But what is amazing to me and the American people watching here is, he said, tell the truth and work those, but also being prepared for questions. You're going to get VA questions here. You're going to get sanctuary city questions here. You're going to get a lot of host of questions, and even the ranking member listed those off. Coming and giving an answer that we're looking for, that we're not being, basically a setup where the people don't understand that is the thing that very much frustrates most people with Washington, D.C. You've been very well prepared for this by those who want to prepare you for these hearings. There's just a big disconnect at a certain point in time when the Attorney General of the United States will not say that they will not want to give money to an organization or to a locality that is not following the law. We're still going to give taxpayer money to that. That is unacceptable and what most people find abhorrent. And with that, I recognize the gentlelady from Washington, Ms. Delby.